The Miami Dolphins have the best wide receiving core in the AFC East, and quite frankly, maybe the best in the AFC. We have one of the best duos in the NFL in Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and Mike McDaniel up in that corner. Thank you so much for turning this offense into something actually respectable with great weapons. And honestly, you look at this wide receiver core top to bottom, and if I was excited for the running backs in my last video, the wide receivers, oof, they make you just go to another level of excitement because Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Eric Ezukanma, Lynn Bowden, Preston Williams, and even Trent Sherfield, a nice little pickup from the 49ers. He was more of a special teams guy, but he can still contribute, and he's a Wes Welker and Mike McDaniel eye. And I'm going to trust their eye and their vision way more than mine because I'm just a fan, man. I'm just Nando. And so this turns into the best wide receivers on the Dolphins in a long time and the best weapons into his career, man. Oh my days. So many toys to play with, so much things for Mike McDaniel to have fun with. Let's look at it. We already know about Tyreek Hill, Cheetah, one of the most dangerous men, the fastest guy in the NFL, in my opinion. He's a burner, faster than you. And my God, can he cook? We've seen what he can do with just a little bit of space. You throw it to him and he takes off, especially that Bills play always comes to mind. Just watching him whiz and daz, just zip and zip, just through in and out guys. Fun times ahead for the Miami Dolphins. I get it. We've heard of the little deep ball comments. Tua, first of all, can throw it deep. He's shown he can do it, and it's just training camp. So don't come at me with OTAs and training camp throws. I'm going to talk about Tua in another video, but I want to talk about practice. I want to talk about what's going to happen in the NFL. What we've seen with Tyreek Hill is that this guy, you throw to him deep, he balls out. You throw to him short, he still feasts. I'm looking at you, Alex Smith. A lot of the things that I've talked about, especially on Twitter, is that Alex Smith and Tyreek Hill still balled. In year two of Tyreek Hill's NFL career was, I think, Alex Smith's last year with the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill had 1,186 yards, like 6 touchdowns. Still a nice clip, man. Like, still some nice production from a QB that was on the downswing versus a wide receiver who's still coming up. Now, Tyreek is the veteran, and Tua is improving. Wow, oh wow. We saw what Debo did last year with the Mike McDaniel scheme. Tyreek is better. You know, Tyreek is just as explosive, more crafty as a veteran, and just a more certified baller. This is a guy who's won a ring versus a Debo who's still chasing one. So I'm going to go with Tyreek as one of the best receivers in the NFL. And he's just going to open up so much for Jaylen Waddle, who's a wide receiver one in his own right. My man on the jersey over there. Damn, I always get the fingers wrong. Whatever. Jaylen Waddle is an absolute monster. Penguin, shout out him. Also, one of the most humble guys I've ever met. I met him at Twin Peaks, and honestly, just such a wholesome interaction with him. You can just tell this kid was dedicated to the craft, ready to grind, ready to ball out. I mean, he's already balled out. Rookie receptions record, 1,000-yard receiver already. He had eighth most catches in the NFL. Like, Jaylen Waddle is a feast machine, and he's gonna ball out even harder. If you look at guys that Tyreek played with, he made like Demarcus Robinson and Byron Pringle and Mecole Hardman. He made those guys look good. He made Chiefs fans excited that they could actually fill in a Tyreek Hill-esque role now that he's gone. That's crazy. There's no one like Tyreek Hill. But there's no one really like Jaylen Waddle either. This is a guy who was averaging 40 yards a catch at Alabama. He comes into the NFL and he gets asked to do more short work. A lot more catches closer to the line of scrimmage, and he just does it. I saw a list that the top 10 receivers, this includes tight ends, who have converted their red zone targets. The only player on that top 10 who was under 6 foot, Jaylen freaking Waddle. This man eats. You ask him to catch short work, red zone work, deep plays. He's just going to keep progressing and keep balling. He's a bona fide stud. I was excited for him as our wide receiver one. And then we got Tyreek Hill and we bumped him down to play against cornerback twos. This is unfair. These two are lightning speed quickness. They're just going to buzz it down the NFL. Safeties, good luck. Good luck trying to pick your poison on these two guys because you're going to get burned one way or another. Oh, I'm so excited. You look at what guys like Brandon Ayuk did in the San Francisco 49ers offense as a wide receiver too. Debo opened it up for him. Ayuk had a slow start to the year. He still finished with like 800 yards, 56 catches, and I think 6 TDs. Yeah, he like, come on, man. He had 5 TDs. Okay. Like, Brandon Ayuk he's an all right receiver, but Tyreek Hill is going to make Jaylen Waddle even better, and Jaylen Waddle is already better than Brandon Ayuk. So these two guys are going to easily get over 1,000 yards. They're going to help Tua progress and ascend to the next level. Like I said, the best weapons of his career, and they don't stop there. Thank God. We also got Cedric Wilson, who was electric out of the Cowboys. He was like a wide receiver four for them, who got to step up when guys like Amari Cooper stepped out. CeeDee Lamb. Then we had the whole Mike Gallup situation with a little injury. So Cedric Wilson got 600 yards to the tune of like 45 catches. The man is like 6'2", 200 pounds, a big receiver with some nice speed. And in the right packages, the right plays, he's a beautiful wide receiver three. This kid's explosive. He's hungry. And again, I trust Wes Welker and Mike McDaniel's eyes for receivers so well. Wes Welker is one of the best slot receivers we've seen in a while in the NFL. Mike McDaniel has an offensive masterpiece in his head, and Cedric Wilson's part of that plan. I'm excited to see it. And there was clearly confidence in him if we were ready to move on from Devontae Parker. I get it. Those injuries were a concern, but talent is talent. And we were saying, hey, Cedric Wilson is going to outbump Parker anyways. Parker's going to be on the bench when he's healthy. So we might as well just dip out on him because we've got the core now. We've got the depth. We bring one of my favorite players we got from the draft, Eric Ezukanma. Oh my days, wide receiver from the 4th round, pick 125 out of Texas Tech. He finished his career with 2,165 yards, 138 catches. That's about 15.7 yards a catch, 15 TDs. Led his team in receiving each of his 3 final seasons. This is a monster. 6'3", 220 pounds, and he ran a 4.53. Oh my God. There was a lot of noise about this pick during the draft, but this is the best player available and so worth it. He is our big body receiver. 6'3", 220. You can lob it up to him, he can catch, but it doesn't stop there because, like I said, 4.53, and he is explosive. This kid can run it through you. They're saying already, I get it. Everybody says, oh, the next Debo, he's going to get used like Debo. Guys, newsflash. We have like 3-4 guys who can use as Debo. We have Jaylen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Eric Ezukanma, who actually did get used in a Debo-esque role. Sometimes it's at Texas Tech. But that's just to show off his athletic ability. We give him a couple end arounds, we give him a couple design plays, and I'm sure Ezukanma will perform. Him and Cedric Wilson will be nice wide receiver threes in and out, and it's all about depth. Because last year we had, the Parkers and the Waddles, and when they got hurt, we had to play Isaiah Ford and Mac Hollins, who, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of. Thank you for your contributions, boys. I'm glad that Mac Hollins is in Oakland right now getting paid. But at the end of the day, those are 2 guys who should be special teams or practice squad guys who contribute in short bursts, but they shouldn't be asked to be relied on in long stretches, which we had to do. It's crazy to me that a lot of Tua's best plays are to Mac Hollins, and those don't get more credit because Mac Hollins is a special teamer. He catches punts, not touchdowns. That's crazy to me. He's a gunner. But all heart, love you, Mac. Hope you ball in Oakland. Well, I keep saying Oakland, guys. It's the LA. It's the LA Raiders. I know. Not even LA. It's Las Vegas. Damn it, Nando. Whatever. I don't edit. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. We touched upon it. We've got multiple players who can fill that Debo-esque role, because Tyreek Hill also, I forgot to add, averages 7.7 yards per carry, 6 rushing TDs on 93 carries. I know we shouldn't use him too much as a running back, but in short bursts, he's going to add an extra flair to that offense that we just have been lacking in Miami for so long. Jaylen Waddle, the same thing on a couple end arounds just to spice it up. Can you imagine if you lined up Raheem Mostert and Tyreek Hill next to each other with the threat of freaking Jaylen Waddle coming around from an end zone, even if it's just a fake for a little reversal? Oh my God. Just the fear we can instill in defense's eyes. It's a wonderful thing to see. And it doesn't stop there, baby. We've all seen the offseason hype. Lynn Bowden Jr., the quarterback turned receiver, the athletic monster, the athlete himself, the wide receiver, hopeful stud in the making. Has been working with Perform, has been working with Tua, and I'm so excited to continue to see his development. We thought the bus had arrived last year, but the hype train is here now. This year is when he puts it all together. with Mike McDaniel and Welker continuing to teach him, as well as just this added chemistry with our QB1, it's going to add a bountiful fruition. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you, Dolphins, for finally having a deep wide receiver core. Lynn, I'm hoping you have a great year. I know everybody can't eat. I'm already getting made fun of. Shout out Nathan and Allen. You guys inspired this video, but I get it. I already said we were going to have top 5 running, which is going to be 2,400 yards. I've already said Tua is going to have 4,000 yards. That puts us at like 6,500 yards. But those yards for Tua got to come somewhere. Obviously, Tyreek and Jaylen Waddle are going to have their 1,100, 1,200 yards. Cedric Wilson, if he can come close to 1,000, that's fine. But I think him and Ezukanma are going to combine for a lot of split work. Lynn Bowden, I need you to push for some good numbers too, upwards of 500, 600. That'll be a nice spot to see. Maybe 800. You know, if Ezukanma, Wilson, Bowden each get 800-ish yards, that could be a cool sight. You know, we still are forgetting Preston Williams, and I feel like we forget him because this kid is always injured. But I love you, Preston. Keep developing, bro. I've got something in my eye, but I'm going to keep pushing on. Anyways, Preston Williams, who was an undrafted free agent out of Colorado or Colorado State, I think. Yes, CSU. You know, he tore his ACL. That's the only reason he slipped in the draft, because the talent is there. I get it. We saw that little video of him doing the little footwork, and it looked a little wonky. But again, it's the off season. We're getting the kinks out of the way. He's a big boy. He could actually be our bigger boy instead of Ezukanma if Preston can get on the field. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5", and he's got a massive wingspan. This kid is a freak of nature. We just need to see him get on the field. We just need to see him put it together. But again, I think that Welker is going to whip these men into shape. I've kept saying it in the past. I love the Dolphins, the stat that they've amassed, you know, be it in the secondary, be it on the tight end room with John Embry, be it like Wes Welker now with wide receivers. We just have men who know how to develop players. A lot of them former players themselves. They just command respect. And I'm hoping Preston whips it up just for that sake. You know, we round off with Trent Sherfield, who already touched upon is a 49ers get. He is a special teams guy who Wes Welker and Mike McDaniel seem to like. He came in a couple plays, I think, or a couple games last year when they were banged up with the Ayuk and Debo, but he's okay. You know, like I said, he's a special teams guy. He'll probably replace the Mac Hollins role. But think about it, guys. If, God forbid, we lose Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle, we'll have Cedric Wilson and Ezukanma, and then to back up wide receiver 3, we'd have Lynn Bowden, Preston Williams, Trent Sherfield. That's not a terrible. It's miles better than last year when we were working with Mac and Isaiah Ford. So that's a big thing for the wide receiver, and why I would give this an A+ is because we have the depth now. We have guys who at every level, and that's why I named all 7. You know, this isn't like an actual depth chart, but this is the Nando chart. This is what I thought in my head. This is what I think we should rank them through. Hopefully Ezukanma can step up, but we did bring in Wilson for a reason. So I want both of them to ball. This isn't to say that like the difference isn't that big, I think, between Wilson and Ezukanma and Bowden and Williams, honestly. So hopefully we've got a great core that can just be used at the right times, deployed in the right situations, the right plays and packages, just toys for Mike McDaniel to design around. I'm excited. And if you aren't, please comment below and let me know why so I can make a video and address it, because I don't know. I think we should all be pumped for how great this wide receiver room is. Quite frankly, like I said, we have the best wide receiver core in the AFC East. We should have the best we should have maybe one of the best in the NFL. I'm going to say it. We should probably finish this season with a top 5 wide receiver core, you know, looked at and respected wise, because our wide receiver duo, if it's not ranked top 5, you're crazy. Come at me right now. Like, there's no way you can name me a top 5 duo better than Waddle and, you know, Tyreek Hill. I hope you guys enjoyed the little pictures here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. Thank you for watching Nando Talk. Enjoy your day, guys. Aloha Friday. That's when I'm recording this. I'll be posting a couple videos throughout today. Should be a fun day of content. I'm recording with a couple buddies, a couple new faces. So thanks for enjoying Nando Talk. Wow, whatever. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Enjoy your day, baby. Boom.